What's up, guys? Tom Seriously Fast Diecast, and today I want to show you a little bit something different. So this is something I'd like to keep doing, and that is either Throwback Thursday or Flashback Friday. In this case, it'll be Flashback Friday when this will be posted, but we're going to go over a couple old school NASCAR diecasts. Hey guys, Tom Seriously Fast Diecast. I want to show you the first, second, and third 1/24 size diecast that I ever bought myself. So I started really collecting diecasts 2016-ish, I want to say. And being that I was a huge Jeff Gordon fan, I had to get this one here. So this is my, I believe it was 2008 DuPont Chevrolet. So Chevrolet rolled with the Impala SS back in the day, and this was the first one I ever bought myself, like I said. So this is the winner's circle from way back when. Actually, I believe it's Action Racing. Let me see here. Motorsports Authentics, okay. Motorsports Authentics, 2008. And this was one of the first 1/24s I ever bought myself. So obviously, if you're comparing to a Lionel or anything like that, it is definitely no comparison. The hood doesn't open, the deck lid doesn't open. You've got your plastic window net here. This one is a little dingy, but I've had it since then. And definitely a good looking race car. Definitely not bad to go and set up for display, especially up a little higher. Or if you have people who really aren't that concerned with diecast, they aren't very familiar with diecast, you can see the very, very cheap inlays into the rims, the less than spectacular decal quality here, but overall a good, solid diecast, and they were cheap. I want to say I bought this one and the one I'm about to show you here in a second for, I want to say 25, 30 bucks for the pair. Now, the second one got from the same seller is this Mark Martin car. And that's because at the time, I honestly completely forgot Mark Martin actually ran the 8 car. Principal Financial Group, Snap-on, U.S. Army was very strong in NASCAR for a very long time for their recruitment. Man, I got to do a little dusting down here, apparently. But I honestly forgot Mark Martin was in this race car for a very long time. I saw it. I'm like, oh, I got to grab that. And you know what? I'm very glad that I did. I actually did buy the duplicate of this car, which was an Elite. So definitely a different quality. But overall, 2 beautiful race cars, fantastic cars that I still to this day have, that I bought in, like I said, 2016. Now, the other one that I purchased in 2016 was, and we'll stick with the COTs here, this one. So this is my very first true blue 1/24 diecast. This was one of the very first ones that I bought for a very long time as well. Beautiful car, of course. You get your turning wheels. Absolutely beautiful car. So this is the special Pepsi paint scheme that Jeff Gordon ran in the 2008 Pepsi 500 at California Speedway. This is, or what we would call today, Auto Club. But absolutely beautiful car. Slight imperfection here. You could see where the decals were placed. So, I mean, obviously not 100% perfect, but a little more detail than what you'd come to kind of expect today. And I really hate to say that because this is a beautiful car, and I bought this back in 2016 for like 40 bucks. And for what you would pay quite a bit more for today brand new, it's just the quality just doesn't line up. The detail just doesn't line up. So the COT back before, what was it, 2010, 2011, did have this big giant spoiler. They did go with the little more duck fin, the big spoiler, kind of like what we see on cars today, about that time frame. But the nice thing about these is the deck lids do open, and you've got your fuel tank. A little more detail in there. Problem with them though is that the spoiler actually breaks off kind of easy from what I've heard. I've taken pretty good care of my diecast. I ship them properly, I box them properly, I don't move them around and manhandle them like I'm really doing right now for the video. But as you can see, nothing really has broken. Another thing that I hear breaks a lot is these splitters, the lower splitters. You get the little supports, adjustments that will go and break off, which obviously is not something that we strive for. But another thing that I absolutely love under the hood of these cars, again, a little more, get this hood open, there we go. A little more detail. Not a ton, but a little more detail. You've got DuPont up underneath. And I wish I knew what these things cost brand new. I'm kind of curious for what they were back then. But, I mean, you get, other than a couple little boogers in the paint, an absolutely stunning race car. Jeff Gordon ran this, like I said, August 31st, 2008. And let me see if I've got it. Yes, I do right here. You can kind of see what I was talking about there in terms of under the hood detail. It's more of a single plastic piece versus the highly detailed older model cars. And then I would open the hood on my next gen car to show you what's there. But I do have that on display at work. So I obviously can't do that right this second. But absolutely beautiful race car, and I think this is going to be a series or type of thing that I do every Thursday or Friday. We'll do Flashback Friday or Throwback Thursday. Thanks for watching, guys.